So while we are looking at that, so let's have Inkechi to join the session. I think she's very much ready to take us through on our own part of the discussion. And Inkechi will be telling us more about the encouragement that you need because beyond just the application, there's a need for the mental readiness, the encouragement, and that is what Inkechi is going to be taking us through. And I believe that Inkechi is very much ready. Inkechi and Mubarak Olojo, they are in the same school, Louisiana State University. So,
I'm
and
the
I
odd
believe
one out.
Nkechi is studying chemical engineering. So, okay, yeah, the odd one. Okay, sorry about that. So, Nkechi is live, and she's studying chemical engineering at the Louisiana State University. So, Nkechi, thank you for joining us for this session.
Hello everyone. Good evening. I think it's evening over there. I would just like to highlight the importance of academic excellence and being like hardworking in your graduate study. So, can you guys hear me? Like, am I like
Yes, very well. We can hear you.
okay? So, just to highlight the importance of like um academic excellence. So, I graduated from Lagos State Polytechnic. Before I graduated, I already had some information about, like, I always knew I was going to study abroad. I had good grades during my ND, so I did not want to do a direct entry because I knew my end plan. Like, okay, I'm going to study abroad. I want to get my MSc, then get my PhD. So I thought of the cost. I thought of the time wastage, like doing a direct entry, spending more years for something that was not important. And I had some other personal issues to also consider. So I had to like have my A game. So in ND, I was the second overall best graduating student. I didn't even get a lot of compensation. In fact, I was disappointed. I think I got 15K during the whole ceremony. So from day one, when I got into my HND, like I wanted to graduate with a 4.0, and I worked towards like getting a 4.0. So that was what I was just working. Everybody was just trying to get like, okay, let them get this. Mine was, okay, I'm going to get a 4.0. And that was what I did. So I got 4.0 on semesters, but I made sure like at the end of the day, even if I did not get, my CGPA was not 4.0, it was very close to 4.0. And I graduated as the best graduating student in my school. So for me, by the grace of God, I didn't have to do like a lot of applications. I think I only applied to 2 schools. I don't know if my CGPA was the number one determinant, but at least I've interacted with my professor about like admission process because he once shared. So I think from what I've, like, not just my advisor, and I think from other things I've read, I think your standing, your position in class matters. So all those faculty positions, like, okay, let's say you were the first, in the top 1 percentile, is very important. So I'm going to give you tips about how to like get good grades. In Nigeria, at least, the way Nigeria works is our education system is focused more on memory. Like over here, it's more or less different. You need to understand. Like I had to adapt when I came here, so it's your memorization, like how to like hard work is rewarded, but the way the system is quite different. So from over here, so in Nigeria, like let's say you have past it's helpful to have past questions. It's helpful to like just start reading from the beginning of the semester. It's helpful, like one way or the other, you are going to get it. At least in my own school, I don't like last week when it was last week. But I don't know about like other schools. So read, if you read, if you don't understand, as far as you can just do it, you can get good grades. So, but over here, if you don't understand, you don't understand. So let me just clarify, okay, about how you can get good grades. So I wrote some stuff down, but I'm not going to be presenting it. So what helped me in my undergrad was this. So, well, okay, for people that have HND, your ND and HND matter. So you can't say, okay, let me just waste away my ND, then I can get in HND. No, you are not submitting only your ND. You are not I don't know if this thing is. You are not submitting only your ND. You are
There's
submitting
nothing going on, please. You can go ahead.
you are submitting both your ND and your HND. So it's an undergraduate degree. So I'm very careful when I want to, like, when I applied, I never said I had a bachelor's degree. I said my undergraduate degree. So I cover it under the undergraduate thing. The HND is equivalent to a bachelor's degree. It's not like it's not, even the Nigerian HND is different from the HND you have in Ghana, the one you have in, ours is better because it's like what counts for, like, for a US bachelor's degree is 4 years. So we have like that advantage, and we do, and our course credits are way more than the one in Ghana, the one you have in Ghana. So number one, in your end, you start preparing for, if you've already, like, you didn't do too well in your ND. If you are in your HND, try your best. You can get 4.0 every semester. At least you can get 3.9. It's doable. I graduated from chemical engineering. That department is very hard. Like, if you check the ranking for chemical engineering, like, it's, if you check, it's always the second hardest course in the whole world. Like, everywhere that course is hard. So you can get good grades. Like, you try as much as possible to get good grades. School is not scam. Like, school has helped my life a lot. So school my life. I know where I'm coming from. Like, if not for school, as in,
I love this part.
yeah, school. So you guys should just focus, like, read, study hard, like what, like, them in school. I used to start from the beginning of the semester. If I'm taught anything, I'll make sure I read and understand whatever skills you have. If you have, if whatever will help you be better, study with people. Have a study buddy if that helps. Read, understand. If you are scared to meet the professor, the lecturers, that meet other people, there are past questions. At least in last, but I don't know if it has changed. At the Nigerian system, like, past questions do not fail. That's what I used to do. I'd go to the library. I used to meet people that were in classes that way ahead of me in class. I'll go and meet them. Some questions I knew, always come out in a year, because I know the first semester that I did 3 math courses, one statistics and two advanced algebra and advanced calculus. I went to meet people in the previous year ahead of me. I met them and asked them, okay, I knew this question was always going to come out. How did you guys solve it? Don't be, just go after, like, what you want. You are there for a reason. Just, the mindset I used to have then was this, like, I had my own distractions. Mine was novels. I would take out my memory card from my phone. I'll be like, okay, these 3 months I have it, but I'm going to focus on getting, like, the best out of it. I would read. I didn't care, like, I would just read. Come back from school. First thing I do was I would read. So every day, any class I'm taught, I made sure I revised, I read, like, everything that day. So before the end of the semester, when people were like trying to, like, cram everything in together, at the end, I had already revised, done all my reading. Then I was now going to go into detail and start focusing on, like, I used to read a lot during exams, but it was more or less to, like, perfect what I already knew. So if you guys are students, your GPA matters a lot. Like, there are people from all over the world applying to certain, like, institutions. Like, in my department, last semester, like, we had, last, in fall 2022, they gave 17 people admission, about 6 were Nigerians. That means even in my department, because we have a lot of Nigerians in my department. When I go out for stuff like seminars or summer schools, I see Nigerians. So when you go, you see people from India, Bangladesh, different countries, China. They have good GPAs, like, they have 3.9, 4.0. Even Americans have 4.0 out of 4.0. And you want to come with your 3.0, like, and the thing is this: some of them even do research before coming. Some have papers. You don't have papers. What can you show? What can you show to any advisor that is willing to take you on? Like, okay, I can do this. How? What makes you better than other people? Your SOP might not be beautiful. It might not be good. I recently I went through my SOP. I was like, so this is what I wrote, like, and this is what got me here. Like, I was even like, wow, I didn't think I like right now looking back, I did not do a good job. But then to me, so I did a good job. So you need to read help. I know it's not easy. I saw someone said, oh, it's not easy. I know, but just take away distractions. Like, people get in here with less GPAs. Like, people come with second class upper, even if you dey lower, I think you can. It's more, but you have to build your CV. You have to work hard, maybe get publications, like have a skill, like be very good at coding, because different research, like I'm a chemical engineer now, so I know more about like my field. In chemical engineering, like let's say you want to, because let's say you apply to a master's, you might not get funding. You'd want to apply for a PhD, so your GPA is important, right? So since your CGPA is important, there are other skills you should have too. You get, because now everybody is looking into machine learning. Even if you are not, you want to do experimental work, that's also good. It's not as if everybody is doing machine learning now. You can just do simulations. But the more skills you have, the more opportunity. Like, the Nigerian education system is not well rounded. Like, it is when you come here that you find out that we don't, like, we are not being prepared for what is obtainable outside. Like, things we solve by hand are being done by softwares, computers here. So you need to be have an open mind when you do your ND project. Do it, like, make it, let it have quality. You can even publish that in a low end journal. Then your HND, do something good. Work with your advisor. You can tell your professor, your lecturer that, like, can we work on this so that we can publish? Like, because if you publish that, it can help you, like, include that in your application. So that is one of the, like having skills. Like, even as you are back there in Nigeria, you can start taking courses on Python, start doing machine learning. It's not hard. Like, get a computer. There are like free courses everywhere, like on YouTube. There are plans. You can just start, like, building yourself up, like, so that in the future you will not be limited, so that your country will not even pull you down. You can reach whatever height you want to reach. I know friends, like I have a friend that graduated with, he didn't graduate with a distinction. He graduated with upper. At least in HND, I think he got a 3.4. In ND, he got a 3.3. Yeah, and he got a fully funded scholarship. But he came for a master's though. But when he came, he had like he worked somewhere, he had some skills. So he was able to sell himself to the person he TA'd for, and he was the person recommended it for a PhD scholarship. So if you're CG, if you don't even have a distinction, it won't stop you. Everything is packaging. What skills can you, like, to me, PhD is a job. And I'm saying PhD because that is the easiest way to get funding for most schools in the US. And there are abundance of, like, every department, especially in STEM. STEM is science, technology, engineering, and math. There are openings in many schools. Like, the US have over 2,500 schools. If you can just look for a way to just, you can start, like, right now, even as students. If you've graduated, it's not too late. It's not too late to start, like, building yourself, like getting skills, like learning how to use a computer. Not just know how to use softwares like Excel, PowerPoint. Presentation skills are important. Even when I came in my first semester, I didn't have a good presentation skills, and it sort of affected me in one course I took. So you even, like, now in school, take everything serious. Like, when your lecturers tell you, oh, we are having a presentation, it's not easy to give presentations, but if you can just spice things up, you can say, oh, because in my department we have like a computer lab, you can suggest, oh, let's use a computer, like our computer, um like let's you like, or when they tell you to do presentation for at the end for your project defense, be happy, just do it, because you are learning, you are building, the thing is, you learn more skills when you do stuff. So I know it might seem daunting and scary. It can be like, oh, how am I going to do this? Where there's no info, like now there is information, there's information everywhere. Like Mr. Sharif now came up with this platform to help people. There are guys on Twitter that give, and the thing is, join Twitter and LinkedIn. Like that, you get a lot of valuable information from those platforms. Like you just, there are many scholarship influencers, advice, professors post openings in their labs there. So that is the whole thing. Like be strategic about like everything. Go online, Google. Spending data is not just for TikTok or Instagram. Google, like SOPs, you can see SOPs. Google, just there are lots of information out there. It's left for you to like just try to like make make that effort to get that information. And it's good to have mentors. Like I remember when I was in last Protec, I nearly gave up on my own HND journey because Mr. Sharif reached out to me, was like, oh, you could go, like you can start applying to schools. About I was like, yeah, I already started. I even wrote GRE, and I told him that I wrote GRE. Imagine, like, be ready to spend money. People feel like they don't want to write any exam, don't want to do that. The thing is, like, you spend money to you spend money to make money. You get, you are competing with people from all over the world. Now schools don't require people to write GRE. Some schools require it. So you can start like you can prepare yourself. Position, you don't need to start right now. You can prepare for next fall. And next fall starts by preparing for now. You have to apply by December. For next fall is fall 2024. So you ought to have applied by December, so that you can be considered by for funding. So you start prepping, like arrange okay, you have a checklist, your SOP, your CV, your recommenders, and build you with a good relationship with your lecturers in school. Try to build, especially your project supervisors, because they are the ones that write your recommendation letters. You don't check on them, then out of the blue you tell them, oh, I want you to write a letter for me. How do you expect them to write? You can even have a rapport with your recommender in such a way that you would write the letter and tell him, oh, him or her, oh, please, okay, I'll write the letter. You write whatever you like, and the person will accept it, and the person will just sign and read it and go through it there. If it's okay, they can just sign, because some of them might be too busy to pay you attention. So, and what other thing? So you build that rapport with your project advice supervisor. Very important. Build a rapport with your lecturers. They would help you write. Build a rapport with your HOD. Build a rapport with people. Get your transcript, like get it. You get your transcript. Get your ND and HND transcripts at hold. Get it, like hold it, because most schools in the US you have to upload your transcript. Like they call it unofficial transcript. So when you get your transcript, use that to apply. When you gain admission, you have to send the original one to them. So get good results. Have your transcript available during your service year, or even before, during your service year. That's when you even start applying, or when you just graduate, so that by your service year, before you are done or something, or you can go after, immediately after your service, so you can plan. So okay, I was even talking about Mr. Sharif. So the story, like the backstory is, okay, I wanted to give up. I was like, oh, I'm going to use another avenue. Okay, I'm going to use another avenue to get a scholarship, because I applied for one, because I didn't have enough information about the US. I was not using Twitter as I ought to. I knew about Twitter. My husband was always telling me about Twitter, but it was later I joined Twitter and I started seeing information, but I was confused about a lot of things. Then I was like, oh, I'll use another method. And he like told me to not give up. And by God's grace, I was able to just push on and apply to two schools. And those two schools I applied to gave no, I applied to three. Two gave me admission. One did not because I wanted to do biomedical engineering. I didn't have the like the undergrad requirements. So, and LSU gave me full funding. I even applied for a master's and they contacted me that they don't have it, that I should, that they didn't have funding for masters, or someone else took it that I could apply for a PhD if I'm interested. And that was how I applied with. I was even in the dark about a lot of things, and it worked out just because I had that leap of faith to push, irrespective of whatever. So the grace factor is there, like, and that was what helped me. So that's the whole thing. So you can have mentors, like reach out to people. I have people who have reached out to me on LinkedIn that I've never met in my life. They'll be like, oh, guide me, help me. I review SOPs a lot, like from people I don't know. So people are ready to help. You can just see someone, oh, you know someone in this field. And the three of us that have spoken to you, that's another avenue to have like a mentor. So you can just go on LinkedIn, like develop a rapport, be cordial, like cautious to people. You can just send them a message if you're interested in certain like fields they are in, and ask them, oh, can you mentor me? I need your help. People are ready to help you do that. So thank you for um, giving me an opportunity to share my thoughts and all. So.
Oh, well,